Bob Nightengale, USA Today, national baseball writer, and he gets to go to Arlington, and he gets to watch the return of Alex Rodriguez. Is A-Rod playing Monday night, Bob, in Arlington?
That's the plan. And Ray Levine, the Yankee president, said as long as he stays healthy through Sunday, he'll be activated Monday and in that starting lineup Monday.
Did you think he would play before Jeter this year?
No, he never did. And I thought Jeter would be back before this. And they had a relapse during spring training. And then they brought him back too early. He goes back one game, and then boom, back on the DL again.
Why is A-Rod doing an interview? We've already gone through this with the Yankees where he announced his return and got some feedback there from Cashman. Now does an interview with the New York radio station. And, this didn't go through the Yankees, went through his agent. Is this going to upset the Yankees again?
I don't think so. I think the Yankees know what's going on now. They know that A-Rod wants to come back. I think A-Rod knows the Yankees would prefer that he never plays again, and that they collect insurance money. So it's an internal battle here, where the Yankees really don't want him back. They can say they want him back, but in truth, they let him collect at 8% of the $100 million he's owed. So if he doesn't come back, they get about $85 million in their pocket. But he's ready to come back, and he says, who knows how long that hip will last. As long as it lasts, he wants to keep playing.
Yeah, but I don't understand this, Bob. I'm missing something. I think A-Rod would like to just take his money and ride off into the sunset. The Yankees would love to, have the insurance company pony up for as much of this as they can, and then they move in a different direction. If you gave both sides that option to be able to do it right now, does A-Rod still try to come back and play?
He does. I mean, that's where, you're kind of misreading A-Rod to a lot of people. He wants to come back. I mean, that would be the easy way to do. And even A-Rod's buddies tell him, you're nuts to want to do this. I mean, as long as he comes back, he's still in the crosshairs of biogenesis and everything else. But I think he definitely wants to come back, wants to change his image, and believes if he comes back and does anything at third base, and the Yankees somehow make the postseason, all of a sudden he can be a hero in New York.
As far as suspensions go, when do you think the mass suspensions are going to be handed down by Major League Baseball?
I don't think until the off season. Mike Weiner, the Players Union, said that you'll probably start hearing some names in August. So the union will meet with the MLB and say, okay, what have you got on all these guys? It's up to players. You want to negotiate and say, if you got a 50-game suspension, see if you can negotiate down to 25 games or 10 games or something like that. And some guys will go ahead and say, okay, I'll take a compromise. Where other guys, especially with the big suspensions, will say, you know what, I'm going to fight this thing to the bitter end. And those guys that fight it, those hearings won't be until the off season.
I just can't see baseball allowing them to plead down. That if you've gone in this deep, then I would think you want to go to the mat with these guys. Why would they settle if you're Major League Baseball?
There's no precedent for this, so MLB could do whatever they want. I mean, they could say, hey, I'm going to suspend this guy for 5 games, I'm going to suspend this guy for 5,000 games. So when MLB, I'm sure it's almost like an arbitration thing, MLB will probably try to suspend these guys longer than they should, then reach a compromise to what they thought they should have got originally. So it's going to be a big negotiating game here, and Tony Bosch and his credibility, will be attacked big time. So it's going to be a great battle between the lawyers.
Before I let you go, final 30 seconds, who will be the big buyers at the trade deadline?
Well, Texas Rangers, they're going to get a starter. It should be Matt Garza. I've been trying to get this guy for 2 years, so that'd be a perfect fit for them. And the Tigers got to get some bullpen help. They'll love to get Jesse Crane. If they get bullpen help, there's no reason in the world they can't finally win that World Series championship.
Good to visit with you, Bob. Safe travels to Arlington.
My pleasure. Thanks, Dan.
Bob Nightengale, USA Today national baseball writer. So he doesn't think these suspensions are going to be handed out until maybe August or the offseason. Not sure why you're delaying it. Unless you don't want to. It's still hanging over baseball. Maybe the commissioner's saying, I don't want it to interrupt with a great season, great stories. I would think you want to get it over with. You already know what the penalty is. You said that to David Letterman when you were on the show earlier in the week. You already know what A-Rod's getting. As far as the, plea deals, I don't know. I'd be surprised. If you want to send a message, the message is, we're going to hold you to these penalties, punishments. Not, you know what, if you're contrite, all right, we'll cut it in half. I don't think that's what baseball set out to do here.